I wasn't doing it just for me.
And because of recovery, this moment of clarity, I love you.
Kevin, can you hear me? Kevin, do you know what happened to you? I knew that voice. It was the most familiar voice I'd ever known. It was the voice of my mother. And as she looked at her only son, laying in a hospital bed, breathing with the assistance of a ventilator, I can only imagine what was going on in her mind at that time. I didn't remember exactly what happened to me, but given my history, I had a pretty good idea. I had used again. A doctor came into my focus and he said, "Kevin, you've suffered a devastating overdose. We're going to put you to sleep, and when you wake up, that tube will be removed from your throat, and we're going to have a discussion about what this is going to look like." When I woke up, I was met with feelings of fear and disorientation. As I looked down and the doctor was telling me exactly everything that had gone wrong, I had suffered a heart attack and kidney failure. My primary thought was, I can't move. I can't feel my legs, and I can't move my arm. And as I looked at my mother, helpless and panicked, I screamed, but no words came out. The tubes had damaged my vocal cords. I didn't know how I could go on, and I didn't think I wanted to. The next 2 weeks in ICU was very touch and go. I had to sit with myself and look within. There was nobody else to blame, and there was nothing left to do. I didn't know if I could go on. I started to regain a little bit of movement in my arm, which was encouraging. And my daughter's mother came into the room, and she whispered in my ear, "I'm not going anywhere." That statement was a source of comfort, and she placed in my lap a little 9-month-old beautiful girl with her big hazel eyes, her little mullet haircut, and her chubby cheeks. I looked at her and I realized this was my daughter, and she deserved the best version of me. I had visions of her and I walking to the park, going to get ice cream, her little hand in my big hand, me throwing her in a pool, or pushing her on a swing. But in this current condition, there would be none of that. I had to dig deep. I had to fight, and I had to continue. I needed some support. That support came in the form of the recovery community. They consistently came into my room and offered messages of hope and words of encouragement. And I started to gain a little bit of confidence that I could do this. Through a lot of grit and even more grace, I continued to progress. I still remember what it felt like to stand up for the first time and take those first steps with the assistance of a walker. I put one foot in front of the other, and as my faith increased, so did my confidence that I could do this, albeit with a limp that serves as a reminder of where I was, how far I've come, and where I can easily go back to. I walk into that same hospital where I was revived in with the intention of delivering the same message I so desperately needed. You are not alone, and we can do this.